Hello. What's up, guys? The goal for this stream is the same as it was for last stream. I want to pass this ship from 0. Hopefully, I hope we'll have better luck today. I'll probably try and stream for like less time than I did yesterday, but not by too much. I mean. Warmed up a bit off stream before starting the other parts, so I should be pretty good to pretty much just play from here in 0 today. I'm going to try and lock in more. Is this unnerfed Silent Acropolis? Yes, it is. Is Silent Acropolis harder than Tidal Wave? What about its difficulty compared to Grief? I don't know. Probably easier, but I can't say for sure. What are my thoughts on my 3-death run? I guess I'm pretty proud of it. What's my best from 22? 68. But I've gotten to the last cube from 22 like a bunch of times. So I'm getting a little unlucky on that. Twice in a row. Pretty good. You're waiting for the day someone beats Old Orochi. I hope I can be that person. It'll be after this level though. Stream 4 and I have 54% because I started streaming when I already had like 43 once or twice. I have not gotten progress on stream. It's like basically all been off stream. I've been playing this level on and off for years at this point, so like it's not surprising that I've made progress over that long of time. Is the first ship the hardest part of the UFO? The first ship. Nice. It's probably top 2. I have no way to tell whether it's top 1, 2, 3, what. I have not played levels in that range other than this. In an old stream I said UFO might be the hardest part. Is that because it was on 2.1? Yeah. Yeah, 2.1 nerfed the UFO by like a lot. It was probably the hardest part in 2.1. Yeah, that's correct. It's no longer Y position based. The movement between the structures looks harder than the straight fly. That's correct, it is. The straight fly is kind of easy. The real trouble is the maneuvering between the gaps. It's very difficult momentum control. Did I try the ketamine Adderall strat? No, I did not. Will I ever beat the decorated version? Yeah, probably. Have I tried clicking with my nose? No, I can't say I have. Well, there we have it. Nice. Finally, a good run on stream. Are my streams always like this? Like what? How long is this level? Probably like a minute and a half, yeah. Let me pin this real quick, because that's a good progress report. What do I think my next new best will be? Probably 63 or 64. How many frame perfects on 60? 360? On 360, there's, I think, 2 of them. I'm sure on 120, there's probably like 10 to 20. I don't know how many are on 240. Or 60. That's just a guesstimate, by the way. I haven't actually done any, like, frame perfect counting. What's the hardest part? The 22 ship. Yo, what's up, Phantom? That reminds me, the level you sent me, I noticed some errors. Let me go into no clip just so you can see it. This spike like flies up. Like, let me show you this this spike right here. I don't know why it's like moving up. I don't know why it does that. And also this first jump, I don't know if you like misinterpreted me or something. When I said it could be moved down like a pixel, I didn't mean a whole step like this. I meant like literally this much. But yeah, that's like all I noticed. I did like a couple attempts on it. That's about it. I could do what SKC did and make the original the LDM. No, I do not like that idea. Am I left-handed? Yeah. There's no rule against cybernetic enhancements. I'll make sure to keep that in mind. I write with my left hand too, or just for play? Yeah, I said I'm left-handed. That means I am left-handed. I write with my left. What's my hardest? Through the gates. If left-handedness was still considered a disease, would I play with left? I don't know, I probably would have got that, like, trained out of me as a kid or something if it was still considered a disease. Will I ever finish Dusty Circles? I don't know, honestly. I haven't thought about that in a long time. I don't have any plans to. That doesn't mean I'm like ruling it out, but I just don't have any plans to go back to it. Is this harder than the decorated version? Probably not. It's tough to say. Because from what I've played of the decorated version, like, it's not really... The decoration really doesn't make it much harder at all. Like, I'm already used to the gameplay so much that it's like I can basically play it from memory. Even if I can't, like, see the hitboxes as accurately. Which that's only really a problem for, like, 1 or 2 parts. Most of the levels look fine for that. Would this be my first successful verification? No. I verified a few easier levels than this. They just weren't like list demons. Well, Elios would have been if it got rated instead of Raptop waiting 4 years to rate it. But whatever. Have I made any buffs, nerfs from the original? No. I'm playing the one from 2015. No changes whatsoever, except for removing the secret way. I verified through the gates in your eyes. Well, thanks, but that's just not true. I plan on beating a top 20 demon. I mean, at some point in the future, yeah. There's a lot of levels in the top 20 that I do want to beat eventually. Just not anytime soon, probably. Where's the Zobros at the end? That was in version 1, which was physically impossible at the last cube. But the Zobros was removed in later versions of the level. That was not an edit I made. I'm playing version 3, technically. But this was the one that was, like, on Dan Master's account for the longest time. I should add it back. No, I'm not going to be making any changes to this. Is my camera a Razer Kiyo? No. I don't really like Razer products. What's my favorite Dan Master level? Is it this or something like Deadly Knock? That's a tough call. I really like Deadly Knock. I like Sonic Wave V2. I also like Zakup Circles V2. And I really like this level. I'd say probably out of those, my favorite's Deadly Knock. But it's a tough call. Should have had the physically impossible gameplay back. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't even like barely physically impossible either. It was something really funny. The gap was like this or something. It was like not even remotely possible. Can I do a frame perfect counter for the level on 60, 122, 40, and 360? I don't know how to do that. And also, I'm kind of lazy, so I don't really want to. I think someone should, because it would be cool to see that, but I don't want to be the one to do that. I'm honestly surprised there aren't any. Are you the guy who beat Bloodbath in like 600 attempts? Yeah, I am. But like, I beat Bloodlust right before then, so doesn't really count. But yeah, I put like world record attempts or something in the title at the time. What's the hardest part? This 22 to 30 ship. Well, yeah, I know how to use frame stepper. It's just really annoying, and I don't know how to do like stuff like ship and UFO parts where it's momentum based and not really like exactly timings. It's based on like previous clicks. I don't really know how you would go about figuring out if anything like that is frame perfect. Vision also has world record attempts on Silent Club stuff. I think that's a different world record he was going for. How consistent am I at the 54 click? I mean, I'm not really consistent at it, but I'm not like dying to it 99% of the time anymore. Jumping from Cataclysm to Ultraviolence? Other way around, never mind. Jumping to Cataclysm from Ultraviolence. Yeah, I read that right, okay. No, I won't be insulting them. I don't really care. I mean, jumping is bad if you're not, like, mentally prepared for it. But I don't think it's inherently a problem. Like, 6 years ago, I jumped from Incipient to Spatial Run. And that was, like, number 2 in the Demon list. How long in millions of years do I think the Shakespeare typing monkey would take to press the inputs necessary to beat Silent Acropolis? Well, is it just one monkey? Because you said the Shakespeare typing monkey. So, like, did they already type up Shakespeare and you just take that one monkey and expect them to beat Silent Acropolis? Or, like, how's this going? Because I don't think that would ever happen. A Google million years. Nice. Yeah, locked. If it's infinite monkeys, it would already happen, like as in one attempt. Then again, like, infinite doesn't necessarily mean that all the combinations like have to occur. It just means it's infinitely likely to occur, which there is a distinction there. The sun's gravity could modify a digit to complete the level. I don't think that's how that works. I don't think you could find a single bit that would somehow make a level just instant complete. That's just not how that works. I sound stuffed up. Am I okay right now? No, that's just how my voice sounds. I'm perfectly fine. Yeah, it would take a lot for a bit flip to do anything. Because there's like checksums and shit. $102 watching, holy shit. Hayden, you should have been here yesterday. There was nearly 300 people watching at peak. I don't even understand how my stream got that many. Yo, thanks Shaden for the $19.99. Oh, that's a really generous donation. What's my hardest rated demon? Uh-oh, you caught me. My hardest rated, it was something I beat like 5 years ago, maybe 4. It was Cognition. You caught me, I don't play rated shit, like, at all. What if it's a particularly powerful cosmic ray? Again, I don't think you know how that works. Flip the wrong bit and you'll fry the BIOS? That's not how that works at all. You will definitely not fry the BIOS by flipping a bit. Would I ever consider going for silent club step? Yeah. I originally wanted to verify that, but that obviously didn't end up happening. But I do want to finish that off eventually, because I have that in 2 runs. Yo, thank you for the $2 Australian Arrow. Hope you beat the level soon. You've made progress. Thanks. I don't know about soon, but I'm going to beat it, like, definitely this year. Probably within the next couple months, but I don't know. Who knows? Am I ever going to go for Aternus? No. It's not even humanly possible right now. Silent club step isn't too bad if you live at a high latitude. A lot more cosmic rays there. Yep, you're right. there's a lot more cosmic rays there. Can't I technically say that for anything? I don't know what you mean. The best levels in this game are built by the most inexperienced. I don't know about that. There definitely is a charm to levels like this. I wouldn't necessarily chalk it up to inexperience. I just think that a lot of experienced creators don't go for this style. The more experience you gain, the harder it is to achieve the style. I don't know. I feel like it's the style is less of a style and more of the vibes you get from a feeling of like the level had less care put into it, I guess. Not care, but like effort, I guess. Not to say this doesn't have effort, because it does, obviously. It was built from scratch. That's kind of crazy. But, like, you know what I mean. You're not going to get the same feeling from, like, what's a recent level that came out? Dawn. That platformer that's, like, an hour long. It is hard to put into words. I'm struggling. I just don't think that it necessarily is opposite to experience. I don't think those really are correlated. And if it is, you probably could gain the skill to build like this and achieve that that feeling, I guess. Like, you could definitely learn to build levels like this. I would say someone like Majako is a very experienced and talented creator who got the same feeling out of his levels that a lot of old Impossible levels give off. I would say that's a case where experience and the creativity required for that sort of vibe to be pulled off accurately. How long do I think it would take for Zoink to beat this? Probably a few months. Is the decorated version not a thing anymore? Yeah, it still is a thing. I'm just not playing it currently. This level is raw and unapologetic in a way that creators avoid. I think I can agree with that, yeah. If you do it intentionally, it's just not the same. I guess. I don't know how to argue against that. I don't know if I disagree or not. Is the old funny Mike ever coming back? Probably not. I think RobTop would rate Silent Acropolis even if the decoration is outdated because the community would murder him if he didn't. I disagree. I don't think this is getting rated. There's actually just no chance it's getting rated. It's physically impossible without CBF, by the way. That's like the main reason it's not getting rated. But yeah, even if that weren't the case, I really don't think this is getting rated. Because it just looks exactly like Acropolis, which is the point, but yeah. It's not gonna get, like... I doubt it would even get ascended by any mod. If Through the Gates did this can't, yeah, I agree. Through the Gates is like a lot better visually than this. Why is it impossible without CBF? Because of this 2% jump. It's impossible by like 1 pixel. And I'm not exaggerating. I don't know why I said like, it's literally by 1 pixel. Too bad RobTop hasn't made me in charge of the rating system. I agree, why hasn't he? I could do a much better job at the rating system than RobTop. I am joking, by the way. I would remove the rating system entirely if I was RobTop. You guys probably would not want that. Because I have like an out there opinion for that kind of hot take. Yo, what's up, Euphem? Why CBF over physics bypass? Physics bypass isn't considered legit by like anything. Basically no one considers that legit. And CBF is generally considered legit by most lists. I don't know why. You'd have to convince me the other way around. Especially since 2.1 physics is what made it so much harder for me. Two to 100 run when? Probably never. Is it still physically impossible if you were to play it on 1.9 private server with 1.9 physics? No. Well, I haven't tested it on 1.9, but like it's physically possible on 2.1 physics with 2.1 server. So I don't think 1.9 would make it impossible again. It might even be easier on 1.9 because of the different ship gravity. But that's a stretch. I don't know. I haven't played it on 1.9 at all. I don't really get the reason to even beat this if it won't get placed or rated on any list. It doesn't make sense to make because that's usually one of the main motivations. That's just not my motivation. I play this for personal achievement and because I have like a connection to this level. I remember watching a showcase of it and seeing it and playing it myself all the way back in like 2016 when it was like actually genuinely impossible. And now I have the opportunity to actually beat it, which I find really awesome. Like if this got placed at number 1 on the demon list, that would barely even mean anything to me. It would just be like a cherry on top, I guess. But like I'm not even expecting that, so it doesn't matter to me at all. Playing GD for fun? Nonsense. Nah, you're right. I should grind list points instead. Why not verify it on a different server that can increase the chances of it getting rated? Because what's the point? I'm not playing it for a raid anyway. Like, why would I care if it gets rated on a private server? I don't really understand that. What do I think of the decorated version? It's really awesome, except for like 1 or 2 parts that I don't really like. But most of the level is awesome. Wiz kids planning on playing Quantus without CBF? Why am I not surprised by that? That seems like a Wiz kid kind of level. I did not hear about that though, that's really interesting. Yeah, I agree, me too. You can't tell me something like Love Baba was rate-worthy even by 2.0 standards. If you think that's the worst rated 2.0 level, I've got news for you. But yeah, I do think it is rate-worthy. I think my standards for rate-worthiness are a lot different than the average person, though. I'm not gonna agree with you on that one. I like Love Lava, actually. I think it's really interesting as a level. As an art piece, even. If I verify this, am I going to go for unnerfed Orochi next? Yeah, that's the plan. If I beat unnerfed Orochi, I must go for singularity human percent. Honestly, I might. It's tempting, but like, I don't know. It would be really boring. That would be something like, I would only really go for 67 if I could get to 57, the same consistency as I could get to 49. I have to do full Koros. I'm sorry, but that's not happening. Every 1.9 extreme in a row. That sounds really hard, actually. Like, what are you even including for 1.9 extremes? Like, do you count silent club step? Uh-oh, yeah. You figured it out. Silent club step's technically a 1.9 demon. Well, yeah, technically 1.8, but it released in 1.9. At least the current version. Well, not the current version, but the version everyone knows is unnerfed. It was rated in 0.6. No, it was not. I don't think 0.6 had a duel. .4. Oh, you meant rated only? Yeah. How is the balancing overall? It's pretty first half carried. Once you pass 55, there's like one more really hard part, and then it's basically nerve control after that. But 0 to 55 is like really fucking hard. Didn't Luke beat Silent Club on both the 1.6 and 2.1? Yes, he did. Well, no, not 1.6. He beat it on 1.9. Sorry, my bad. I mixed up the updates. It was 1.9 he beat it on. Odds of me fluking for 54, very low. The last cube of the level is... It was buffed by 2.2 actually, but like... Almost every jump in this is frame perfect. Not on 240 obviously, but... on lower than that. Like they're all 60 FPS frame perfects. I'm pretty sure most are 120 as well. As you can see, I'm not fluking this. Frame perfect on CBS, 8,000 hertz. Yeah, I'm not doing 8,000 hertz frame perfects. Don't I have this in 2 runs already? I mean, it's in the title. I have 54 and 39 to 100. I almost have 27 to 100. I died at the last spam. Spam gene, yeah. Just clean up that run right now. Yeah, I'm not able to just do that on command. Neither can the average TV player. Yeah, so true. Just become paper guy. I mean, I've tried to start learning, like alternating the last spam. I'm still not really consistent at it though. Well, that's not a good example to show that I'm not consistent if I just do it in one attempt. But yeah, it's like, it's kind of hard. That's the speed that's most uncomfortable for you. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I might need to lock in again. I got 41 like right at the beginning of the stream pretty much, and then nothing after that. Like, I'm sure I can get far again. All the top 20 hardest impossible levels by Mike4 Gaming. That would be really awesome if all of them were even like humanly possible. Isn't like old Slaughterhouse and shit like that in there? Old Death Corridor too. Like, you'd have to use secret ways for those. Those would definitely be iconic completions, even with secret ways, though. Eupham, do you ever plan on coming back to Silent Circles, by the way? Or is that like, you just don't have the time or anymore? Not anytime close, because I have never had the time. Yeah, that's completely understandable. No worries. I hope it does get done eventually, though. If not by you, then by, like, Seals or Hippo. So Circles 51 should have been done, like, 3 years ago. Yeah, it probably should have. I'm really surprised it hasn't been done yet. A lot could have been done years ago. It takes a good player getting bored. You're not wrong, and I hate that. I wish you were wrong. Silent Circles 51, literally free views forever. Honestly, yeah, it would be. That would be like hella viral, I think. Negative 23 days until deletion. Yeah, Robtop's account system, the delete button just doesn't work. I don't know why. Like, this was tested, it just doesn't do anything. Unnerfed SKC will be fluked by a random Russian player and everyone will call hacks. I don't know about fluked, because some random Russian player that no one knows already has 69 on it and has passed the spam like 10 times. Like, have you seen that? No one knows about it. It's hilarious. Do people even know about like total GDs 37 to 100? Because that runs like actually wild. Ice Cave got 51 on Silent Circles. You're right, you're right. How could I forget? Yes, I am talking about 83s GMD. I don't know how the fuck to pronounce that. SKC will probably be done first by either a shitty person or some random Russian. I mean, that's probable. Limit testing stuff, that'd be awesome. Euphem, do you think that the silent circle is like the beginning of the second wave, that consistency with two-player is like possible unnerfed? I'm like genuinely curious if that's even humanly possible for anyone. Like the two-player opposite gravity consistency part. I think that would be really cool if someone did that. Diamond getting 4 clicks in. Is that a lawnmower? No, it's someone's car or motorcycle. I don't know. There's a lot of people with loud vehicles in my neighborhood. Koros could be done if the portals were fixed. Are there even portal problems in Koros? I haven't heard of that. Do I know how to drive? Yeah. Yeah, it is really insane that someone did the thinking space secret way. That's like the funniest thing of all time. Someone to do the secret way from 0 and get the record on the DL. I don't think they would accept that. Wasn't it patched anyway? Like, it'd be a really cool achievement, but it's not a thinking space completion, like, in the normal sense. Challengeless hard stuck because VSC is too cool to be dethroned. I mean, VSC is really cool. I don't know what to tell you. V loves size portal problems. Yeah. I remember subsuming vortex unnerfed has like a shit ton size portal problems. It's really funny. Like, you'd have to do completely insane micro clicks and micro releases because the portals are all messed up. When did I get 41? Like near the beginning of the stream. On everyone's solar, like 5 challenges harder than VSC, but no one wants to admit it. Whatever happened to like My Backyard, I think it was called. Did that end up getting placed at like 2 or 3 or something? Because I thought that was supposed to be harder. I know like if you come to B is technically like the top 1 verified challenge, but it wasn't done on video, so they can't place it. Sato is harder than VSE. That's crazy. That's a wild take. VSE has a lot more than the Tartarus effect. It's going on like several years of being top 1. I hope Surface does overtake VSC, because Surface is a really cool level, and ZX deserves that top 1 verification. We should bring back the 3rd variant. I don't think anyone wants that. Like, we can leave that in 2023 or whenever that was. The special frame perfect autism. I wish I had SCO's autism to do frame perfects every time. That was like the funniest thing of all time. Frame perfect autism. It's such a funny concept. I don't know how. Even I believed it at the time. I was like, oh yeah, savants exist. I could see it. I don't understand like how that rumor spread so fast. Honestly, those 16 360 frame perfects in a row is like genuinely inhuman. I don't know if that'll ever be done like legitimately. Oh, 41 again. Nice. Okay. Been a while since I got there twice in one day. I'm super happy I'm making progress today. I couldn't get anywhere yesterday. It was like actually hellish. I don't know what was going on. I unlocked the autism gene. So true. I used my autistic abilities to get 41 on Silent Acropolis. Do I know the existence of a Silent Acropolis? Yeah, I do. I still make that joke because I'm actually autistic, and every time I do hard stuff, I'm like autism buff. Good on you. Dan Master should make Silent Acropolis. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see a Silent Acropolis. Like, can you imagine what that would look like? One frame micro taps and a really high refresh rate. The only person I can think of that has that ability is Actimus, but he's like hardware carried, I think. At least if I'm remembering correctly. Actimus the goat, yeah. Sobot could probably do it. I mean, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Sobot can do like anything. Consistently 30 CPS butterfly. That's insane. I mean, I doubt they're joking, because like they are actually really good at spam. How's the deep dark possible? Isn't that like the raking challenge? Like that's not even really spam, that's just raking. It's like a completely different technique. I don't know, I guess that counts as spam, but like I don't really see it as the same skill set, really. Broken Model O, Butterfly 27, and Jitter 17. Wow. I'm pretty content with progress today, so I'll probably end the stream soon. Not sure how much longer I'll keep playing, but who knows, maybe I can get like a good run before heading out. What's the biggest choke point in this? Probably 27 or 54. .43 is a pretty big one too. That was a really dumb death. I basically never died there. I would have died at 54 anyway, so. Is this harder than grief? No. That's my assumption, at least, is no. I have not played grief at all, nor levels around grief's difficulty other than this. So I can only speculate. But I think it's probably not harder than grief. Harder than grief, but easier than Aternus. Yeah, that's totally what I said. What's my hardest? Through the gates. Is this the LDM for the decorated one? No. When I verify this, do I think it will be placed on the demon list, or is that something determined by whether grief is placed? I think it's completely irrelevant to grief. I don't think grief is going to change anything, really. And it will not be placed on the demon list. For a multitude of reasons, probably. What was the last easy demon I beat? I don't fucking remember at all. I don't think I ever really play stuff of that difficulty anymore. I genuinely cannot remember the last time I played like a non-extreme. Does the demon list even like you? I don't know what that means. How can I sit here and play this for 96 minutes? Because it's fun. I like challenging myself with levels like this. The level itself might not be conventionally fun, but I enjoy doing stuff like this. The new demon list is so ass, there are no meaningful levels, no one cares about Anathema, Spectre, and Andromeda. Well, two of those three you just mentioned are like peak. I love them a lot. So that's a miss from me. Anathema is so peak. So is Andromeda. I'm not a huge fan of Spectre, but I don't dislike it. It's cool, but doesn't have backstories. Okay, that's a lot more understandable. Though saying that about Anathema is crazy. Anathema has a lot of backstory. Exasperation 40 to 100 would be a crazy run. Like, isn't 40 to 60 something like the difficulty spike of that level? .2 source code is available? No. I don't know who said that, but that's not true at all. GD is definitely not open source. I mean, it's been mostly reverse engineered, but like, that's not the same thing. Alright, well I think I'm gonna end stream now because I'm happy with my progress today. Thank you to everyone who stopped by, and have a good night.